guys, it's Jeremy at Dragonsmith Glassworks. I am here in my home in Florida. I'm going to make a bowl for you guys. I need to do this as a custom piece anyway. We're doing a green bowl with a yellow sort of rim around the top edge. We've got a little baby dragon here, so we're limited on size, but we are going to go ahead and get started. All right, we're going to go ahead and get the glass out of the furnace. This is a good starter gather for a bowl the size we're going to make. It's a pretty clean melt today in the baby dragon. Let it get hot enough for long enough. Most of that little seediness will burn out. I'm going to start by adding some green glass to the bottom of the piece. And then yellow around the top half. Melt that in. While that's melting, I'll clean this up. And we'll add another layer of yellow and green, and if we have enough yellow left, we'll add another layer of the yellow. Because that it's a pretty color, but only if it's nice and dim. So we'll add another layer of green on the bottom. Hot enough that I can rake that green up into the body of the yellow, and then I'll twist the whole thing around, swirl it up as well. Start by taking the tips of my tweezers. I'll grab some of that green and rake it up into the yellow. Heat this whole thing up and then twist and swirl it all around. Now what this is going to do is allow me to get the same look I would have on a tweezer twist piece, but keep the yellow and the green distinct from each other. If I mixed all those yellows and greens together, the green would completely overpower the yellow. I've got that yellow and green twisted together. If you get this really hot, I'll put in a starter bubble. We do a lot of custom orders, and sometimes that involves taking what the customer says they want and working through what they're telling you what they want versus what you're really capable of doing with the material. And sometimes have limitations of the material itself, and sometimes just your skill set. A better glassblower than I could probably figure out how to mix this fruit together and have that yellow be nice and bold and not get overpowered by the green, but that's not me. So, I'm going to blow this out. Trapping the air inside with my thumb will make that air press against the glass. My starter bubbles have been giving me a little trouble today. I'm not sure if it's just the pressure in the air or the temperature changes, the breeze today, but the glass is cooling and heating strangely. You know, there's plenty of air trapped. I'm not entirely, there it goes. It's finally pushing out of the way. All right, so we've got our nice starter bubble, nice swirls of green and yellow. I think that's going to look really nice. I'm going to let it cool off. I'll go back in the furnace and get more glass on top of this. Here we go, second gather of glass. I've actually taken the time to get my shaping block and water ready today, which sometimes I don't remember to do that. blowing. There's a little bit of something stuck in the glass right there. But thankfully it was really close to the surface and close to the foil, so I was able to get it out of there without it affecting the glass at all. Now, I don't normally use a hose to blow out my pieces. The one exception I really use bolts and Christmas ornaments, but adding our hose here. Inflate while blocking. Putting in the jack line. So a quick tip for you novice glass blowers out there. Don't force a jack line. It's bad for your jacks. If you're leaving debris on the jack line, what that is bits of the metal from your jacks and round off into the glass. It's ugly and it shortens the life of your tool. Just get it hotter. If you find that you need to grind, you're not hot enough. Another thing you've all seen professionals do, this number, don't do that. It doesn't do anything. Okay, I'm going to add a pedestal foot to the bottom of the piece while our diamond shears are sitting over on the marver. Give this a flash heat before we do. And for those of you who are not familiar with this color yellow that I'm using, yellow tends to look orange when it's hot. What I'll do is I'll get a quick shot of this piece tomorrow morning after it comes out of the annealer before we ship it out. And when I edit the video together, I'll put it all together so you can see the final piece. Scoop some glass out of the furnace. You don't need a lot of glass for this. You just need enough. Time. So I didn't have quite as much time to simmer that up as I would have wanted on the marker. I'll finish it with the back of the jacks instead. But I had to get back in the heat, or else I would overcool the piece. So it's a little off center, let's push it back on. Warm up. I'll take one more shot at that foot. My puttings are counterweighted, so I don't like to leave them on the pipe warmer because I have to stick it further in to the heat than I would normally like. So I only put them up at the last minute. I don't leave them up while I'm working until I'm almost ready for them. While counterweighted puttings are not necessary at all, I just find working is a little more comfortable with that better weight distribution. All right, so let's get this off of here. zone putting on this one. Nothing fancy. I gotta take this off faster than I want to. The putting's gonna still be a little hot, but that breeze is gonna be deafening today. I think we're okay. Nothing cracked, nothing popped, no sharp tink sound, so that's usually a good sign. I like to do these bowls pretty much in 2 heats after the putting transfer. 1 heat to open it up a little past 90 degrees at the shoulder, and then 1 heat to ruffle, to flare and ruffle. So I really don't trim these unless I absolutely have to. I'll know when I come out of here if it's uneven at the top. I'll go ahead and trim it. But it rolled off pretty cleanly. So while it might be a little thick up there, I don't think it's uneven. I'll know for sure when I sit down. The shoulders start to move and kind of widen, so it's about time to come out. Test that lip. As I said, that yellow glass at the top is stiffer than the green. That's a good, even lip. Stop right there and have a lovely bowl, but she wants a ruffle bowl, so that's what we're going to do. This is as large as I possibly could have fit into the baby dragon. Hopefully I won't have any trouble getting out. 3, 2, 1. Come on, there we go. There we go, guys. There's our yellow and green bowl. I'll get a good picture of it tomorrow. It's got to go in the box. I can't fit it back in for a final flash, so this is move as fast as I can. So you get to stare at my backside for a minute. The oven it goes, 950-ish degrees to cool down for the rest of the day. That putty came up pretty clean. It's got a little bit of a kick up right there, so I'll have to do a little bit of work on the bottom, but I didn't really feel comfortable taking the time to fire polish the bottom of that one. I would have liked to, but the color was starting to look a little iffy, and I didn't want to leave it out in the open air any longer than I already had. Guys, if you enjoyed that video, please like and subscribe. I will put links for 2 other videos kind of over here somewhere. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much, and see you next time.